Good evening. Welcome to the third episode of Blue York One News. I'm Jonathan Sauerschell from NYCFCBlues.com and Blue City Radio, and I'm pleased to bring you this week's news regarding NYCFC. It's been a really exciting week since I last recorded for NYCFC. We have two roster moves to announce, as well as a lovely quote from Andrea Pirlo, and some preseason schedule news that has been finalized by the club itself. Let's kick off with the big news first. Last Thursday, was the MLS Super Draft. NYCFC had the fourth pick in the first round. It was their only pick of the draft. Conventional wisdom had suggested that they were going to be stuck but not getting one of the top players in the draft. Picking fourth, they were going to miss out on Josh Yarrow or Jack Harrison or even Brandon Vincent. As it turned out, none of that was true. They proceeded to trade their fourth pick and general allocation money to the Chicago Fire in exchange for the player that Chicago picked with the number one pick in the draft. That player turned out to be Jack Harrison, the player that they have coveted for many weeks and attempted to get a homegrown claim through MLS for. They were able to get him in the draft. Is an exciting acquisition by NYCFC. By all accounts, he is the most talented player in the draft. 19 years old, just finished his freshman year at Wake Forest. He is an attacking midfielder and a wide player. He brings speed and athleticism, great ball skills, and a willingness to go one-on-one. He has a good shot. He had 8 goals and 11 assists for Wake Forest this past season and was named Gatorade Freshman of the Year. He is a very, very exciting player. He comes with a lot of talent, a lot of hopes for the future. He has spoken about how he's gone to Yankee Stadium to watch NYCFC games himself this past year. He did spend some time at Manhattan Soccer Club, one of our new affiliate clubs through NYCFC, and he speaks of his love for New York City and has basically offered up before the draft and obviously since the draft how excited he is to play for NYCFC. This is it's a great move. I mean, you're NYCFC, you need young talent, you need youth, athleticism. They're looking to get defenders from transfer, as we'll discuss actually in a little bit. So to actually get a top attacking player available in the draft, somebody who could be there for years to come, somebody who has the chance to be a legitimate star, is a great piece of business. Only swapping picks and giving up general allocation money, of which NYCFC is actually stockpiled a decent amount, is a shrewd piece of business by Claudio Reyna, and I think well done to them, and congratulations to Jack Harrison on being our draft pick. We really look forward to seeing you play for the team in 2016. On the heels of that has come confirmation from a player and his former club that he will be joining NYCFC. Rumored for a few weeks now, NYCFC has been going after Ronald Mejia, 21-year-old Costa Rican left back, currently or formerly playing in the Costa Rican League with one of their top teams, Alajuelense. I apologize, I pronounced that horribly wrong. But they're one of the top teams in Costa Rica, have been in the CONCACAF Champions League. He has actually played against DC United, and he has been capped multiple times with the Costa Rican national team. Remember the Costa Rican national team? He wasn't a part of this, but their team is strong. We saw them at the World Cup last year get very far, quarterfinals in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. So he is coming to New York. His former club has confirmed it, and he confirmed it today, actually. We're recording this on Tuesday. He flew out on his way to New York today, and he confirmed that he is flying to New York to meet with the club and meet his teammates and get going, and he looks forward to winning, and his goal is to win this year. As previously stated, he's a 21-year-old left back. He can play a little left midfield. He is an all-around talent. He scores some goals. He provides a really good ball and provides a good assist. For a lot of Costa Rican supporters and followers, he is one of the top young talents. One of their some reporters down there have even indicated that they feel he's a better fullback than Waylon Francis. Waylon Francis, you may know, was one of the top fullbacks this year for the Columbus Crew. They suggest that he is better than Waylon Francis. There's a lot to like about this player. He knows CONCACAF and CONCACAF leagues. He's played against MLS teams. He's played against CONCACAF national teams. So certainly there's a style of play familiarity. So it should reduce the amount of time it takes to adjust to MLS. And I think at 21 years old, with a bright future ahead of him and a ton of upside, as well as already showing international experience, this is a really, really good piece of work by Claudio Reyna, who is having a very solid offseason, in my opinion, and starting to really settle in as the director of football operations and make some really good moves. So we wait confirmation from NYCFC themselves that really is a clerical thing. MLS has to approve the paperwork. There is also when the MLS transfer window actually officially opens, but the player and his former club have confirmed it. He is coming to NYCFC and will hope to be the starting left back sooner rather than later. And we welcome Ronald, and we look forward to seeing him play, and it's an exciting day for a lot of fans. Now, on to actually a current player on the roster who put to bed some speculation regarding his future. Andrea Pirlo has been rumored to be going just about everywhere. Manchester City, Juventus, Inter Milan, probably other places that we don't know of. Actually, there was that rumor he was going to Turkey. And he has shot those rumors down at every turn. Well, he did it again last week, speaking with an Italian newspaper. He actually stated that he is not going anywhere. He stated that he doesn't miss Italy, apart from his friends and his family. He likes living in New York. He goes to Central Park. More importantly, many teams have approached him over the past few weeks, but he's not planning to go back on the decision he made a few months ago. It is a matter of respect to those who invested in me. So Andrea Pirlo, who's known for his classy play on the field, is showing that that class also extends off the field. He understands that NYCFC have made an investment in him and put time and money into him as a player, and he is repaying that faith, and he wants to go out there in 2016 and have a really good season. He was at MLS Media Day today for NYCFC, so he is a part of this team. He's going to be there in the preseason. There isn't any worry about him going anywhere in 2016, and I think all of those speculation, and you may read it some more on the internet, you can ignore that. Andrea Pirlo himself said he is staying with NYCFC. And speaking of the preseason, NYCFC have officially confirmed their plans for the 2016 preseason, including all of their training stops. There will be no trip to Manchester, England this year. NYCFC is staying in the United States for their preseason in 2016. It starts on January 22nd when they fly down to Florida and will be training at Florida Gulf Coast University through February 1st. That will include a friendly against Florida Gulf Coast University men's team. Then on February 5th, they will begin training in Bradenton, Florida, at the IMG Academy, and will be training there through the end of the month, through February 27th, 28th. They will be taking part in the previously discussed IMG Suncoast Classic as well, and will be playing 3 teams in that: FC Cincinnati from the USL, Reykjavik FC from Iceland, and FB Koje from Denmark. According to their NYCFC's press release, they also have a friendly scheduled for February 17th, before the tournament starts, against the Montreal Impact. There has been no details released on that other than it being as part of the calendar in the NYCFC press release. So as we have more details on that, we will pass those along, of course. But they're staying in the United States. They're staying in Florida in the warm weather, and hope to have a full preseason with most of the team available, minus any new acquisitions, and of course Kyrie Shelton and Mix Discaruta with the United States men's national team through the end of the month. So they'll miss a little bit of the first session of training for preseason, but they will be back for the second part in Bradenton. We also can report that all 5 of the players who trained over in Manchester with the Manchester City Elite Development Squad have returned. Quadrupoku, Patrick Mullins, RJ Allen, Tony Taylor, and Thomas McNamara They had a good 10 days of training over there. They even took in a Manchester City game this past weekend. But they have returned to the United States and are getting ready to join up with the team on the 22nd, which is Friday. This Friday, they'll join up with the team in Florida and kick off the preseason for 2016. And with that, we are done for this week's Blue York 1 News. I'm Jonathan Sauerschell. You can find me at NYCFCBlues.com or at NYCFCBlues on Twitter. And you can also listen to me on Blue City Radio podcast at Blue City Radio on Twitter. And we look forward to speaking again next week and updating you on all of the news for NYCFC. Good night.
Yeah!
Welcome to the club, Jack!